She didn't have to wear my crown upon her head. Didn't have to use her sacred body to warm my bed. She smothered all the tears I cried upon her chest. She is my strength when life puts me to the test. She's my soul provider, my cradle of life, my amazing lover. She's my first prize. She doesn't have to be so wonderful to me, but she is not average or common. You can see everything she touches turns gold. She put a fire in my soul. Oh, she's got it. She's magic. She is bold. Everything she. A very pleasant good evening to you. This is Pastor Rob, and this is a Jamaican Explosion on a Monday evening. The 22nd, okay, I think we got it wrong there. I think it's the 23rd. It's actually the 23rd today. On this Monday evening, we're going to change that for you in a second. Want to make sure we got the right date up there for you. And I want to welcome you to another episode of Jamaican Explosion. And it's my pleasure to be here with you this evening, just bringing to you the very best of information from all over the diaspora. This actual evening, I'll be touching on none other than an artist all the way from Canada, and he'll be here to speak with me just in a couple of minutes. Want to invite, let everyone know about this weekend happening in the Atlanta area. Of course, we have Mr. Oliver Samuels coming into town, and I'll get you some information on Mr. Oliver Samuel coming into town this coming weekend, put on by none other than Mr. Mikey Sparkles himself, and we want to make sure we give that information to you before we get off this evening. Welcome once again to Jamaican Explosion. How was your weekend this weekend? Did you have a good time? Did you go out and enjoy yourself? Where did you go this weekend? Our phone lines are open or here, 770-276-8077, or you could just touch down on my YouTube link, and make sure that you join the show. Speak to the artists that I'm interviewing today. Join the show at the YouTube link, www.youtube.com at Next Level with Rob 3727. Okay, welcome once again to Jamaican Explosion on a Monday evening, and it is my pleasure to have you here with us this evening. Okay, so this evening, as I said, I have for you a past GIF winner. As a matter of fact, the very, very, very first GIF winner that takes place primarily right now in the Atlanta area, going out to the world, Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition. And he's a gentleman that has actually won the competition the very first year, and I've been the runner-up in the last 2 years. And it's my pleasure to welcome to the Jamaican Explosion screen this evening, to the platform this evening, none other than Mr. Lave Luja. And I make sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Okay, how are you doing, Mr. Luja?
Greetings, Sir Rob. It's a pleasure to be with you right
Yes,
here,
sir. Yes,
Jamaican
sir. Yes, sir.
Explosion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The phone lines are coming in here, and I'm trying to let folks know that I'm on the airwaves, and 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 they're just coming in this evening. But yes, sir. Okay. So all right. Congratulations on your
Thank you.
second place finish this year.
This year, yeah. Thank
Uh,
you.
and before we even get to Jeff, we will talk about your career on a whole, and when did you get started in this in the vocalist business, in the being the vocalist that you are?
a singer songwriter? When did you get started in this reggae arena, or did you start in the reggae arena?
Well, well, the thing about it, Sir Rob, is that as Jamaicans, we all grew up singing in some way, shape, or form, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
whether you're whether you're doing it at school, or you're doing it at home, or you're doing it especially in the church, we all have our experiences where we
Yeah.
have done some of that there. But as a youth, as a young man growing up, I
Mhm,
always admire some of Jamaican reggae icons,
mhm,
like Bob Marley and Dennis Brown
mhm.
and all those guys. And I've always aspired, deep down in my heart, that one day I wanted to be a recording artist.
Right.
But I never shared it with anybody. So it was something that was kept secret for many, many years. And when I moved to Canada, I
Mhm.
didn't I didn't do anything about it until when the pandemic hit in 2020.
Okay.
I had a lot of time. I had a lot of time to create, and I had a lot of time to reflect. And I
Mhm.
just decided that, you know what, I am going to do what I've always wanted to do, because I don't want to wake up one day and asking and saying to myself, I wish I had started. I wish I had done what I wanted to do. So that's what got me started. And I think that my first record was actually, my first song was called "I Can't Breathe," and it
Okay.
was a song that was done in response to the George Floyd killing down there in the U.S.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, I can't breathe. And
Okay.
then I think the following year, I did certified yardie, and there came along GIF, and it was as if it was like two things happening in two different places. Gary was trying to start up the JIFSC, and I
Yeah.
was and I was kickstarting my recording career, and I wrote this song, and then there was a competition just waiting for it, and I just went ahead, and as we know, it won.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you're actually telling me that then that song wasn't really written for the competition. It was something that you had wrote before, and this
It
competition.
was it Yes, it was certified yardie was written out of as as somebody who is a Jamaican living in diaspora. When you are in the diaspora,
Uh-huh.
you really start to understand and appreciate Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And it just fascinates me when I meet Jamaicans and see how they live here, and the language still is with us, and we still do things that we do back home. And
Mm-hmm.
so so deep down I wanted to write something. In my mind I was thinking like, this is gonna be I want to write something that when all Jamaicans in the diaspora sings it,
Yeah.
it brings them a sense of pride and connection.
Mm-hmm.
And so I, like, when I finished writing the song, I think I learned about Gary's competition about 2 days after. And I said, you know what, I'm going to enter. And I told my wife, I said, not only am I going to enter, I'm going to win.
You
It was arrogant, but in your personal life you have to be able to speak things into reality sometimes.
existence, yes.
Yes,
But
yes. And when I said it, it was not a hit at whoever else was gonna be competing, because
right,
I really didn't see it as a competition, to be honest with you.
right.
Yeah.
But it just seems like divinely ordered that song was placed there. So
I
when
believe that.
when Jif came around, you were right there
Yes.
with that song, and that was the song that won that here. Some things
Yes.
are out of our control. Some things are just done divinely. So
Right.
yeah, wow. And now I know, for most of the songs that are out there in the competition, uh, singers, songwriters that write those songs specifically to enter the competition. But here was one
Right.
for the very first Jif that
Yes.
was just right on time, uh,
Right.
divinely ordered. Okay,
Certified.
certified. So basically, then you started in Canada. So you
Yes.
didn't. So you weren't an artist in Jamaica then. You just
No, I'm what you would call an outsider to the music business, because I wasn't connected in any way, shape, or form. I just came here and did what I did.
Mm-hmm.
in my own personal. I didn't connect with anybody in the industry or anything like that. It was just my own personal push to do what I'm gonna do. And since the opportunity was here, I didn't have to. It was. It's not like you're in Jamaica where you have to go into a studio and somebody have to produce you and do all that kind of stuff. And if they don't think you're good enough, they might not use it, do whatever with you.
Mm-hmm.
Here you can do your things independently. And so having the opportunity,
Yes, yes.
I decided to do it. You know.
Wow, wow, that's good. So you're definitely a foreign artist, foreign reggae artist, so to speak. You know, very,
Yeah.
very rare, very rare. You know, I know there are a lot of those that started here, but very
Right.
rare that makes it to prominence,
Right.
so
Right.
to speak.
Right.
You know, uh,
Yeah.
so tell me about even after certified Yardi won JIF, and that was 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you release it in Jamaica, or you just kept it here in the
It just kept it. It does here. It was kept here, but to be honest with you, around that time, because remember the competition here and the competition in Jamaica is around the same time.
the time?
There were
Yeah.
people who were hearing it and thinking that it was actually an entry to Jamaica, and when the Jamaican one was completed and that song won, people were kind of confused and they were upset and saying, "How come your song didn't win?" I mean, yeah. So in as much as it wasn't released in Jamaica,
Yeah.
yeah, it is a song that is known in Jamaica and played in Jamaica. Yeah.
Okay, wow, wow. Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just gentlemen, if you're just joining us this evening, I have Mr. Lavi Luja, singer songwriter, reggae vocalist, and he's out of the Canada arena, and you still live in Canada, right? You're still up in that area,
Yes.
especially
Yes. Yes.
particularly where in Canada. Um,
I live in Oshawa.
okay, all right.
Yeah, in the Durham, just on the outskirts of Toronto. So yeah,
Okay.
GTA.
All right. So how is the reception there for reggae?
Not great. I mean, the reggae here is not an easy thing. It's a very. That's why I was. Well, as we were talking off here about the June Awards,
Yeah.
taking out the category for reggae.
Yeah.
Canada is not really a reggae country. I mean, in the GTA, I mean, everything in the GTA is known. If you do reggae, you will hear it. Because the
Mm-hmm.
GTA is one of the most diverse areas. So most of the things that you will hear right here. And probably in Montreal, there's a reggae following in Montreal as well. But outside of that, no, Canada is not a great place for reggae music, really.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a listen to it, Certified Yardie right here. If you have not heard it before, let's get a listen to that it song right here.
2.1 million Jamaicans live abroad in the diaspora. What up, people? Anywhere in the world that you go, you will find a Jamaican you know. And you will know by the way that they talk, and the groove and the rhythm in their walk. But when you taste the food that them cook, it make you wiggle every toe on your foot. And when you think say the fun is all done, they're bringing out the Jamaican white rum. If you come from the land of Bob Marley, you're a certified yardie. And if you come from the
Yes, let's hold it right there, hold it right there, hold it right there, because all right now. Man, those lyrics are just so rich. So rich. It's like you just envision the entire thing in the song. Certified yardie, certified yardie.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is and so you're explaining to folks wherever they're listening to this song what qualifies you as a certified yardie. What
Well,
the qualifier?
prior prior to making that song, I've never heard the term. So
Yeah.
it just came to me like that.
Wow.
A certified yard is really a Jamaican. It doesn't matter if you're born in Jamaica or
Yeah.
you're not born in Jamaica,
Yeah.
because Jamaica is not just a geographical location. Jamaica is a consciousness. It's a way of looking at life and looking at the world. That's
Mm,
what a Jamaican. So anybody who is a Jamaican, who is a person who have adopted Jamaica as a culture that they love,
yeah.
or a Jamaican who is born in the diaspora, it's a broad umbrella. If you once you're into Jamaica,
Yeah.
and Jamaica is a culture that you love and you're attached to it, yes, you're a certified yardie.
Yeah. Well, I love that. I love that. I love that phrase, a certified yardie. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that are walking around that are not certified.
I know, but I don't want to exclude anybody, because you know what? For a little, I think that as small as our country is,
Yes, yes, sir.
our presence on this planet is such a huge presence.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That you know what? If that is the only paradise in the world, then everybody should have a piece of it. Like if you want to feel as if you're. I mean, I work in a high school, and even today I was walking in the hallway, and
yes.
these kids are not Jamaicans.
Mhm.
And if you hear when they're swearing, it's a Jamaican word that they use. And I'm just smiling, and if they don't know I'm from Jamaica, I'm not saying anything. I'm just smiling, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, as I said, I don't know, I've never seen a country that is not even a first world country that
Yes.
has had such an impact on the world, and people just love Jamaica without prejudice. People just want to be
Yeah.
associated with this culture. So, as I said, it's a broad umbrella. And if you love Jamaica, you're a friend of Jamaica, you're born Jamaican, or you're born somewhere else, you're a certified yardie.
So you're just telling them how they can gain their certification. If you love
Yes, if
Jamaica.
you don't, because if you don't take crap for anybody, you know that you're a yardie. And if you come from the land of Marley and Garvey, yes.
You know,
And if
say
you have pride in your country, yes.
yes, you're a
Once you meet those four criteria,
yes,
then we can stamp you certified.
it is. Come for your stamp. Come for your stamp.
Go for yourself.
Someone for your stamp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I love it. What a concept. That
Yeah.
was a winning concept from inception. From the moment you
Yes.
touch it, like a whoop. It's a winning concept. And
If I were, I can't even describe the process that I went through with that song, because it felt like it was such a gift that was given in that
yeah.
moment. So I don't even try to explain it as I can.
So it's just divine.
all
It's
I know is that all I know is that I had an intention and I had a feeling that
yeah.
I want the song to evolve.
Yes.
So I had the energy. I had the positive energy. I know how I want to make it. I know how I wanted it to make people feel.
Hmm.
But I didn't know what words were gonna be used, what phraseology, how they were gonna do. But that just fall right in place, and there we have it. It's certified.
You call it. We call it a divine, divine,
Divine. A
divine gift.
divine it's a divine gift.
The divine connection, man. A song they have a German word that they call Zeitgeist, which is means the spirit of the times. So
Right.
you were just catching up on the spirit. It was right in tune with the spirit of the time. So that song came at the right time, uh,
Yes.
at the at the right time, and then when you released it, you probably just released it just like that. But then you found out 2 days after, GIF had
Yeah,
your
it wasn't. I mean, I didn't even record it yet when I heard about it.
okay, all right, wow, wow.
I didn't record. It was written and everything, and all of that. It was done from that perspective. But then when I heard about the competition, I remember now,
Yeah.
it was during the heights of COVID. So my recording studio that I always go to. They,
Hmm. Okay. Somehow we kind of lost him there, but we'll get him back in a second right here. Have him reconnect. Mr. Laveluja, singer-songwriter, is with us, and he's coming all the way from Canada, so I just kind of lost his feed there. We're hoping now that he will just reconnect with us right here in a minute or so. and we'll get him back on right here. In the meantime, let's go on and listen to it again. Certified Yardie by Mr. Lave Luja, and we'll have him back here in a second or so as he gets
Land of Garvey, you are a certified yardie. And if you have enough pride in your country, you are a certified yardie. And if you don't take crap from nobody, you are a certified yardie. Our Father and our God, you are the wind that blow our flag. No matter where in the world that we live, our thanks to Jamaica we give. And even when we leave for a while, we remember the warmth of her smile. And when the plane touched down on the rock, here Jamaicans cheer and clap. Cause if you come from the land of Bob Marley, you're a certified yardie. And if you come from the land of Garvey, you are a certified yardie. And if you have no pride in your country, you are a certified yardie. And if you don't take crap from nobody, you are a certified yardie. You know what the Jamaican flag on for?
Yes, indeed. He's back with us right now. Kind of a slight drop there, but he's back with us. Mr. Laveluja, certified yardie. Are you hearing us there?
Button here. Hold on.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. All the way from Canada, so the feed is a little bit slow sometimes, but he's setting up and getting back with us here. Pastor Rob here. This is a Monday evening Jamaican explosion, and we're getting ready to go back to Mr. Luja. Are you hearing me now? You good now?
Yeah, it says my phone is overheating, so I'm not sure how long it's gonna go. But
Okay.
which is it never happened before. It's interesting.
Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna move along here then, and yeah. So wow, what a story about that. So what's new? What's new? What have you been doing? I know about the songs that you entered this year, but in your personal career, which songs? What other songs do you have out there right now?
I did release my first album. I think it was 2022. I think
Okay.
so. In October, yeah, I think so. It's under the title "I Am Laveluja." It was a mixture of
Mm-hmm.
different, different ways in which I was composing my songs, and
Mm-hmm.
it had about 21 tracks, which was a
Okay.
lot to put out. I have to be honest with you, during COVID, I did a lot of creative work.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of stuff that I needed to get out, and but now I'm just I haven't released anything since the festival song. Going into the studio this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I've just been creating. I haven't released anything since the festival song, however.
So the song "A Touch of Gold" was that on the 2022 release?
Yes, it's on the album, Touch of
Oh,
Gold.
it's
Yeah.
on the album. So tell me about the compilation of that that album. Um, how was it? How was the experience like? Because that was your very first one, right? So how did you
It
find it? Hmm.
it was really an overwhelming experience because it's my first, and that when you have a lot of stuff, you don't
Hmm.
know what you want to put out,
Yeah.
and so you learn a lot from your first time that you step out there. But it was really an overwhelming experience trying to decide what to put out, and that's why I ended up putting 21 tracks on it, which I would never put an album out like that again. Those things don't work anymore. Back in the day, probably that was a good idea, but not
Yeah.
today. But the experience was a good experience. I learned a lot about myself during that time.
Yes.
And that is the most important thing. I always try to keep myself in the frame of mind that it is the process that I'm interested in, not the outcome.
Yeah.
Because sometimes things might not go the way that you want, and if it didn't end up the way you want, you would have missed everything. You should always enjoy the
Yeah.
experience, the process.
Also.
So the experience was a very rich one, and I took a lot from it.
Hmm.
And yeah, Certified Yardie continue to be my most popular song. Um, and one of my personal favorites, of course, is I Am Human.
Yes.
Um, I love that song
Okay.
um, because it's kind of personal in the sense that I think that we have lost our humanity in a certain way. We no longer define ourselves by
Mhm.
the our humanity. We
Yeah.
put a lot of labels on ourselves,
Yes.
thinking that these labels.
Okay. So yes, Mr. Lave Luja is with us, and I believe he's having a little problem with the cell phone running hot there. So we might have lost him for a second. But he did say one of his favorite songs of the 2022 album was, of course, let me get it up here. I Am Human. So I'm going to touch down on that one for you here, and you could listen to a little bit of that while Mr. Lave tried to reconnect again. Hopefully, his cell phone won't overheat on him this time, and we'll get a chance to end this wonderful interview with singer-songwriter, reggae vocalist, a winner of the first GIF competition, Mr. Lave Luja, and we have him with us here. Coming up next, I got this is Jamaica Ambassador waiting online just to speak with you. None other. Oh, we got a couple of people in the chats right now, and I'll go into the chat just to see what's going on in there. Okay, okay. So we have while we get Mr. Lave on enjoying the lyrics representing Jamaica. And they're talking about the certified Yardie lyrics, and it's good for you to Lisa C. Okay, it's good to know that you're listening this evening. And as I said, we're going to touch down on something else from Mr. Laviluja, and this one is called "I Am Human." And I hopefully he'll be able to get back on the line with me right here, so we could finish up the interview. He's having a little problem with the cell phone connection.
Wisdom and virtue, so I'm a human, and I'm.
Let's start it from the very top, so we could get it to the very last drop.
Oh well, you may be not going to like this, but it's the truth. I'm telling you, I don't have to be a Rasta to sing about roots and culture, and I don't have to be a Christian to be a honest and a good man. But if you think that you're not able, then you can wear one of the labels. But a label is not able to give you wisdom and virtue. So I'm a human and I'm a true one, so you can draw your own conclusion. Yes, I'm a human and I'm a true one. I'm not seeking no validation. Sing along. Soon as you enter the cradle, they put upon you many labels. You never get a chance to know you, to figure out the things inside you. So stop pretending like you know me. I'm not the labels that you call me. Just stop behaving like a smarty, cause you can never really dig me. Cause I'm a human and I'm a true one, so you can draw your own conclusion. Yes, I'm a human and I'm a true one. I'm not seeking no validation. Sing along. There is no one who is worthy in this world to define me. And if you think it sounds crazy, then welcome to the party. I want to write my own story with all its pain and its glory. You will always misquote me, but you can never control me, cause I'm a human.
Yes, indeed. Background sounds courtesy of Mr. Laviluja coming out to Canada. It seems like we got a Canada connection today. Somehow we just happen to have folks from Canada that tuning into the show this evening, and we just want to welcome each and every one to Jamaican Explosion this evening. Pastor Rob here with you, and it's 8:29, almost 8:30. And we're gonna get Mr. Luja back, and we're gonna get him back on the laptop next time. So We won't have that phone overeaten because I gotta finish that interview with him. Gentlemen, gotta okay, all right. We'll just finish off. Miss Tanya, just wait for a second. Let's finish off. I know you're ready to come on to Jamaican Explosion here. But let's see if we could just finish off this interview with Mr. Luja. Yeah, I'm enjoying his selections. All the way from up in Canada to the world, Mr. Laveluja. Okay, and just want him to turn his cameras back on here for a second. Yeah. So if you're just joining us, this is Jamaican Explosion, and we're here on a Monday evening for you, bringing to you the best in Jamaica, in the diaspora, and back at home. Mr. Luja, let's get him back here. Okay, all right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So next time when we have you, Mr. Luja, I want you to come on here on the
yes.
The laptop.
I'm actually at work. That's why I don't have my laptop with me.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, so we'll get to the laptop. I was just playing a couple of lines from I Am Human, and that's
right.
that is quite an interesting song within itself. Certified Yardie was good, but I love I Am Human too. And you were explaining to me why this was one of your favorites. Why is it this one of your favorites?
As I was saying, I think that we have, as human beings, we have moved away from our humanity and start to define ourselves by the labels that we put on ourselves. So I am a Jamaican. I am more a Jamaican than I am a human, and therefore, if you say something about Jamaica that is bad, I'm willing to rip you apart because Jamaica is not part of who I am.
Okay.
But I'm not seeing that you are a human, and that's the most important thing, and I'm a human.
That's correct.
And therefore, what I would not want for you, what I would want for myself, I should want for you. And therefore, if we start to relate to each other as human first, and then the other things that we put on ourselves are just things that we do.
Yes.
They are not us. They are not us. So I don't want to be defined by any label that anybody puts on me, because I am a human, and that's the most precious thing that I can be in this world. Yes. And I can grow myself as a human. I don't want to be, yes, I have other identities, but the core of who I am is my humanity. And that's the most important thing.
That's a strong point, especially making that to Jamaicans, because Jamaicans, we stay with Jamaicans, we define ourselves as Jamaicans first.
Yes.
And it's hard to have that conversation with no man, a Jamaican first, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I understand very much the point that you're trying to make. You're making this evening. Okay, so any which ways, or a little half an hour here has come to a end, and I'm glad you stopped by and joined us. And I'm going to have you back because there's a very important topic.
Yes.
We have to speak about the reggae competition up there in, the reggae category up there.
Yes, in the Juno Awards, yes.
Okay, we want to speak about that. But we're not going to speak about that on this show. Right. This show is primarily about you. This half an hour was primarily about you. But I haven't gotten the fullness of that show, so I'm going to invite you back again within the couple of weeks, and so we could finish this conversation here. Okay, as the next guests for the different segments are up next. So thank you for stopping by. Enjoyed. We did get someone, Lisa C, that actually had a comment here, and I don't know if you saw it. He said she enjoyed the lyrics representing Jamaica, and that was from Certified Yardie. So,
awesome.
People love the lyrics all over. And I particularly love the lyrics. I thought that song could have win all this year too, but we understand say can't win more than 1 year. But thanks again for stopping by, and we're gonna have you back by the end of October. I want to have you back again so we could finish the conversation on that.
Yes.
And speak about the removal of the festival, the Jamaican category.
Yes.
Awards in Canada. Okay.
And thank you very much for having me on. This was my pleasure, and looking forward to talking to you again.
Very good, very good. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, and we'll
no worries, man.
On the next go around.
Yeah,
Be
man.
blessed and keep safe. Okay.
Yeah, man. Cool.
All right. Very good. Very good. Very
Yeah.
good, folks. Let's get back to this.
And I'm a true one, so you can draw your own conclusion. Yes, I'm a human, and I'm a true one. I'm not seeking no validation. Sing along. I don't have to be a Rasta to sing about roots and culture. And I don't have to be a Christian to be a honest or a good man. But if you think that you're not able, then you can wear one of the labels. But a label is not able to give you wisdom and virtue. So I'm a human.
The man say a label is not able to give you wisdom or virtue. Mr. Lave Lucia will have him back in a couple of weeks so we could finish the conversation with him. Right about now, I want to introduce or bring to the Jamaican Explosion someone that's not a stranger to us here. She's actually become kind of a regular with us over here, but she's on this segment this evening as ambassador this evening. So we want to welcome her, Tanya Hernandez, ambassador.
Hello.
Here she is in person herself. This is Jamaica ambassador. Okay, and Miss Tanya, good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Pastor.
Oh,
And I must say, congratulations for being our new ambassador for Peter Grace's This is Jamaica Poetry Scholarship Competition. I think you are a wonderful addition to our lovely team that we have, and we're looking forward to working with you.
okay, thank you so much. It's really just my pleasure, and I can't wait, Miss Tanya. Ambassador Tanya, I can't wait to get out in the fields and just go down to the
Yeah.
schools in Jamaica and visit more schools and just the beautiful thing about this ambassadorship is that you go and you deal with children that they're
Yes.
passionate. They're so passionate about the poems that they're reciting, and they're passionate about their delivery, and so you're here this evening, and I'm gonna pull up some things by you, at least a performance or so by you in a minute or so. But tell us a little bit about what's going on with you with the This is Jamaica
But
thing.
this is
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So since 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I was designated ambassador for This is Jamaica. And
Mm-hmm.
then, along with the team,
Mm-hmm.
we come together to ensure that we are passing on that beautiful poetry that Peter Gracie wrote. This
Mm-hmm.
is Jamaica. It's like an anthem. And
Mm-hmm.
so, the idea behind This is Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
Poetry Scholarship Competition is to empower all children, all children
Mm-hmm.
in their various artistic talents
Mm-hmm.
to promote their culture and also to help them to hone their own artistic skills.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important for our people, for anyone to be patriotic. And
Yes.
so poetry, which is an avenue of expression, poetry is a good way to express yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And through poetry, you are able to pour out your heart about how you feel about things. And so this is Jamaica. Um, I believe you have read the words, but it's a beautiful poem. It has like one, two, three, four, five stanzas,
Mm-hmm.
five stanzas of beautiful words speaking about how one loves their country. And
Mm-hmm.
so we are empowering students from ages 1 year old up to 17 years old
Mm-hmm.
to say this poem using their own creative skills, right? We
Yes.
have had
Yes.
three
Yes.
winners before. As you know, we've had Courtney Greaves, we've had Marion Hall,
Mm-hmm.
and we've had Marcia Dale. And of course, we had second and third place winners, and also we had our consolation winners as well. And all these students of different ages,
Mm-hmm.
they came out. Many of them were shy at first, right? But once they got to do the poem,
Yes.
and they said the words, I believe, poetry is, it's a heart expression. I hear one day Consul General Oliver Mayer in South Florida say poetry is the art of the heart. When you
Yeah.
hear these little kids going up there saying, this is Jamaica by
Yeah.
Peter Gracie. And by the way, they have to start the poem to accept their submission. It's
Okay.
very important that
Mm-hmm.
when they are reciting it, they first start with, this is Jamaica by Peter Gracie. And then once you begin that poem, it unleashes the love and joy. This is Jamaica. This is my country. A son of this island, a daughter of this land, fearless of fear, I stand in awe. Only love prevails, secured in God's hands. You hear that? That first stanza alone
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
is very powerful. And through it, I hear you talking to Lavi, fellow
Yeah.
contestant, talking
Yeah.
about being human before we are everything else. Yes,
Yes.
I believe that our humanity comes from God, and through
Mm-hmm.
poetry, you hear one's humanity. And
Mm-hmm.
so these little children, if you listen, they all can go on. Anyone who wants to enter can go on to thisisjamaica.org forward
Mm-hmm.
slash
Okay.
scholar enter, but you could just enter thisisjamaica.org and you can watch video submissions. You can see actually how people have stories,
Yes.
right, that actually complement the poetry. So I would say for anyone who is entering, just know that it's just not the words alone that we are going to look at. We're
Yeah.
going to look at your expressions. The color clothes you wear is so important, but your nonverbal expression is very important. We're going to look at also, your video must be in landscape mode. And
Okay.
that's very important, horizontal, widthwise. And you get a better video cinematic
Mm-hmm.
quality from watching the video. But it will unleash, many of the students didn't know what they had inside of them until they started saying this is Jamaica poem, and then it opened up doors for them and they became more confident. And
Mm-hmm.
so, and also what they should know too is that their videos are going to be uploaded to YouTube for everyone to watch it.
That's right.
And
That's
we
right.
are going to have judges. You might even be one of them too, Pastor Rob. And we
Okay.
are going to go through the criteria,
Yes.
and we are going to judge these children based on accuracy, physical appearance,
Mm-hmm.
diction, enunciation, creativity, originality, and we give them a score. And you know what is the icing on the cake, Pastor Rob? The beauty of this is not only are we showcasing their talents, not
Yes.
only are they promoting their culture for the world to see,
Mm-hmm.
but they are beginning to see by dint of hard work that there
Mm.
is a reward. And so
Wow.
this is Jamaica is offering a first prize, cash prize,
Mm-hmm.
right? 1,000 US dollars for reciting poetry creativity. Well, I'm doing a tongue twister here. To
Yeah.
recite the poetry creatively.
Yes,
And
sir.
second prize winner 500 US, third prize 250 US. And to top it off, the winner who
Mm-hmm.
receives that 1000 US, their school
Mm-hmm.
gets to be in the limelight with them.
Mm-hmm.
And the school will receive 500 US. And you know, Pastor, how these schools need resources, a lot
Yes.
of resources for the
Mm-hmm.
students.
Mm-hmm.
And we could tell you stories how much the Jesse Ripple, Norman Gardens,
Yes, sir.
and I think there are other schools too
Mm-hmm.
that have benefited from this financial
Mm-hmm.
reward,
Yes.
both for the student and for the school. And there is an opportunity for
Mm-hmm.
schools. There's one school who already have, I think Marion Hall has her a mural with her face
Yes.
on it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the poem, This is Jamaica, right there. I don't know if that's the school you went to when you saw the kids,
Yes.
but can you
Yes.
imagine people passing by? They're a rock star and also they're a light for
Yes, sir.
their community. So what I like about This is Jamaica, it's a gift that keeps on giving. It's like a seed that's planted and you just watch it harvest. Because after the children start saying the poems,
Mhm.
the poem, This is Jamaica, and after they get all the media presence and they get to recite it at different places and they become more confident, and then there are other opportunities for
Yes.
them. People will invite them. I know
Yes.
we were at one of the committee meetings recently, and I know there was someone who wanted one of our winners to come and recite the This is Jamaica poem. So they immediately become performers, they immediately become little ambassadors.
Good.
As they win, they become a mini ambassador, just like how you and I are representatives for This is Jamaica. So we are empowering our students
Very good.
and we are hoping the schools are really looking into this. These kids, they use their phones a lot. What
Yes.
better way to use their phone and put it to good use
That's
to
right.
do this video submission and say the poem? You can use music in the in the background. You
Around.
can create a story,
Mm-hmm.
like dramatic representation of the poem. And yeah, it's very exciting. And I know that the last time we were at a meeting, I know we had at least a dozen schools already
Oh.
registered, but we want more. Looking
Yes.
forward to seeing even my alma mater, New Providence, my alma mater, New Providence, Holy Childhood,
Yes.
all the schools out there,
Yes, sir.
um come and enter. And I'm going to hoping somebody from the Louise Bennett Primary School there.
Okay.
Yes, I really hope they're listening because I would love, as a Miss Lou tribute performer and a folklorist,
Yeah.
how good it would be to see the Louise Bennett Primary School from Gordontown enter. I am inviting any parent, any teacher listening to pass the word on. And all you need to do is
Mm.
to go on to thisisjamaica.org and you will see how to enter. And it's step by step, so it's not hard. And also, you, Pastor, you're an ambassador. They can reach out to you, they can reach
That's
out to
correct.
me. I'm all over social media. Can get me on Instagram, on Facebook, Tanya Hernandez, Miss Tanya Lou,
Mm-hmm.
and reach out to us. Reach out to This is Jamaica on the website. You
Mm-hmm.
can write us and you can tell us, ask
Mm-hmm.
us questions. So it's exciting. We need to get these. We need fire burning in their hearts towards the creative arts, because the creative economy is what makes a country, it's what shows a country's value. And
Yeah.
Jamaica's creative economy is big boat here. with
Oh,
our music and our art and our dance and our art and craft, all of that. It's
yeah.
important for the children to know that they have a purpose, because I'm going to tell you now, Pastor, when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
I used to always feel there was this stress if I wasn't going to be a doctor or a nurse or a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like them was the big job, but people in the creative arts, which is what I was blessed with from me born, me was a right and go upon my veranda and sing song and very creative. But I tried to go against that nature, my human nature of being artistic.
Yes.
And when I went to school and I tried to do all the, science subjects and whatever, I didn't do well at them. But when I
Yes.
decided I was going to follow my heart,
Mm-hmm.
look where it has led me, um, to become this folk performer, being able to teach kids using a very an approach of visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and tactile, very multisensory. And
Yeah.
being creative has helped me. There's not a crowd that can phase me. I can be in the midst of any president or prime minister, any PhD, anybody, and me feel good about myself, because we were taught by our ancestors, by the sweat of their brow. They fought hard to keep our identity. And
Yes.
so we need to know that we are divine people, divine human beings. Our ancestors fought for us. And
Mm-hmm.
so Peter Gracie did an awesome thing in starting this nonprofit organization so that we can empower
Mm-hmm.
and ignite the hearts of our school children ages 1 to 17 to hone those skills and to use it to better themselves, to promote their culture, and to make better their country. Take care of yourself, take care of others, and take care of this place. And this is what TIJ, this is Jamaica, offers to anyone, any child listening. It's an educational tool, education, edification tool. It really edifies you being a part of this, and you become a big family. We keep in touch
That's
with
right.
the schools too,
Yeah.
right? And as you know, there are now community partners through, the Ofana and the farming program, and they plant going to the schools and they offer resources, other
Yeah.
organizations, community partners. It's wonderful. It's like TIJ, it's just growing.
Yes.
It's
Mm-hmm.
growing. And I love that. And it's the love that we have. You see, when you have love in your heart and you pass it on, you can only reap good benefits from it. And you know that, Pastor.
Yes. Mostly, what I love, Ambassador Tanya, is when I had a chance to go down to St. Catherine, and actually those children took such great pride in, and the teacher just took such great pride in presenting the poems. It's not just about they realize that it's just not about knowing the poem and reciting the
Yes.
poem, but it's a whole lot goes into their presentations. So I love the way they present
Yeah.
their. Everybody got their own unique presentation of the poem, and they just did such an excellent job. And they're glad to see when we take the time out to come and to listen to them, and to
Yes.
it was just a pleasure for them. I think the school in they stopped the school at about 1:30 when I got there, and they just
Yeah.
took the entire rest of the day just. And they just didn't do "This Is Jamaica." They did other poems for me while I was down there too. So
Yes. Lovely.
it's just a great experience. If you're looking for to participate in sponsorship and so forth like that. This is a solid program to participate in. Goes right to the heart of the schools. You know,
Yes.
you, I think about the schools in Jamaica, and even as a young man, because I left Jamaica when I was 12, 13. Yeah, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
that's to what you said, Tanya, is yeah, the math thing was all right and the English thing was all right. But you see, when it come on to Friday evening times, when they come to the poetry business, oh man, that was my favorite subject. That was my favorite time of the week, so to speak, to,
Yes.
to recite the poems and the creative art. There's a lot of children that are called to the creative side and the creative arts.
That's right.
And if we don't have program like these, then we won't get a chance to put them out there or showcase them. Go ahead. Mhm.
It's true. And look at the offshoot. We started with the regular This is Jamaica from ages 6 to 17. Now we have the This is Jamaica toddlers, where you hear them little 1, 2 year old reciting
Yes,
This
yes.
is Jamaica. And Peter Gracie has another poem called The Strength to
And to
Breathe.
breathe.
And
Right.
it is wonderful. And you know what I love? I mean, as part of being an ambassador, Pastor Rob, we
Yes.
are going out there as to represent TIJ, but not only that, but to be blessed, as you said,
Mm-hmm,
to
mm-hmm.
see them perform. Now,
Yes.
I will have the opportunity. Yesterday, when I performed in Toronto, I had the opportunity to tell families who have family members and friends in Jamaica to pass the word on. But I'm going back to Jamaica October 4th. I will be a part of the Louise Bennett Coverley Symposium at the University of the West Indies, where I'm
Wow.
going to do workshop with children. You know, excited I am for go to them picnic
Ooh, oh
and
my
tell
gosh.
them and the children, the
Yes.
teachers about this initiative. It will
Mm-hmm.
change their lives if only they
Okay.
would try. So I am hoping.
Yes.
I don't know if I'll have the platform because it's the time for everything. It's all packed. However, I get to see the teachers outside and I have little flyers about This is Jamaica. But I will speak to them, talk to them about it, you know, talk to
Yes.
the teachers and meet the children and tell them about it. And I am going to walk away. My goal is to leave knowing at least 5 children told me
Yes.
that they're going to enter.
Yes. And
You know?
whatever parish I grew up in Port Antonio, and I would very love to see some Port Antonio schools enter, and
Yes,
countrywide. I want to see countrywide, and then you have a countrywide competition. From parishes representing against this parish. You know what I'm saying?
yes, but it's
Yeah.
true. That would be good because when you know how I became one of the reasons I became head girl of Holy Childhood, I was one of the first artistic head girls. All the others were science and was like brains with the science and the math and all of that.
Mhm.
I entered a public speaking competition
Yes.
and there were parishes that were involved and I was the winner in Kingston. I did public speaking on water and
Okay.
it unleashed to get out there and speak about water. I had people who help to coach, and that's another thing. We offer coaching. It's very important.
Wow.
We are mentors and we are coaches. I
Okay.
got the coaching and I went out there, and man, how it did feel good to go out there
Mhm,
and
mhm, mhm.
express myself creative. I just never went out there speaking about water. I found a creative way to
Yes.
bring it very artistically, as we would say. And
To be a
ever since it developed my confidence. So these little kids now, I'm telling you, you talk to Courtney Greaves and Marion and Dejanay and Gozi, right? Or you talk to a lot of them and they will tell you how much this has changed their lives for the better. Plus, their schools now,
Hmm.
they're like rock stars of the community, and community partners are willing to come in to help them too. So the sky is the limit, Ambassador Rob.
Yes, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Just the entire this is Jamaica crew and staff, and a special shout out going out to Miss Adriana Clark, and the
Yes,
yes,
our president.
president. And I played her this is Jamaica song several times before on a couple of shows before.
Yes,
So we had it here going, and she's been been on speaking about the This Is Jamaica program. Yeah, next week we'll have Nadine Dixon, the secretary, back with us on This
yes,
Is Jamaica. I know we had kind of advertised that she was going to be on this week, but if you tuned in for her, she'll be on next week, and she is the secretary right now, and she'll have a lot more information to share with everyone about This Is Jamaica. I'm looking forward to the competition. I'm particularly looking forward to not only just showcasing the winner, but the contestants as they move forward in the competition, because
yes.
they're all winners to me.
They're
It,
all winners.
whether you're first,
Everyone.
every one, last one of them are winners. So I say I want to showcase the winners. You know what I'm saying? We know there has to be a first, second, and third prize, but I want to showcase those even before the competition is called. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Get them a
And
chance, a chance.
give
Yeah.
them yes. And we have consolation, like, I remember one of our ambassadors
Hmm.
took certificates, and
Yeah.
Sophia, Ambassador Sophia Nicholson, she took certificates and brought, I think, to the top 10. The
Hmm.
the top 10, yeah. Um poets. 'Cause they're poets. You're
Yeah.
not just saying poetry, you're poets.
Yes. Yes.
You're creative artists. And
Yes.
children need to listen. Every child has a spark in them. And it's for us adults to
Hmm.
help to get that spark into a fire, burning brightly. We have to help them to bring it out.
Yes.
So we are like teacher reachers. We are helping everybody. Each of us, we are reaching each other to help them to bring out the best in them. And so This Is Jamaica is all about empowering our kids, edifying our kids, nurturing our
Hmm.
kids in
Hmm.
Jamaica, being patriotic towards your country, being love yourself, as Miss Lou, she was the pioneering Jamaican folklorist who championed the cause of our language and our identity. She, more than ever, was the pioneer in using the creative arts. Look at what she did with her poetry, her songs, and all the creative expressions. She went on radio, she went on TV, she went on stage, she went into schools. Miss Lou went into schools. A friend of mine who is 86 told
Hmm.
me Miss Lou came in to her school. I
Hmm.
think it's on Waltham Park Road. I can't remember exactly where, but Miss Lou came in to try and encourage the kids to save.
Yes.
She
Hmm.
come in. How you think she tell come in? You think she come in and say, kids, all of you should save? She went in and said, join the corporation, corporate, and sing,
Yeah.
talking about you must save, corporate. And she used a song
Yes.
and
Yes.
teach them, and everybody brought them like a saving book, and it helped them. It was the creative arts
Yes.
unleash the
That's right.
hearts of people. That's
Yeah.
what Miss Lou did. She just never wrote the books and preserve everything.
Right.
Just like
Exactly.
This Is Jamaica. Peter Grace's poem is just not there to sit on YouTube and you just listen to it. It's there to get into the hearts of people, into the children, and to ignite this creativity and patriotism and pride. And you earn money. You're learning when you work hard,
Yes,
you will get a reward, right?
that's correct. All
And
right.
we're teaching them that by dint of hard work,
Mm-hmm.
that's how you get it's not easy come by freeness things, as Miss Lou put. I always repeat about Miss Lou and refer to her because her poems are so transcendent and timeless. She said, not easy come by freeness things.
All right.
You have to work hard.
Yes. Miss Tanya, Ambassador Tanya, when you come back in October from that event, we
Yes.
want, we want a special report uh,
All right.
of the events that transpired while you were down
Okay,
there.
Ambassador Rob.
Okay, so we want a special report. Do remember that Jamaican Explosion is an outlet for This is Jamaica, and your segment is here, and whoever wants to come on, all ambassadors, you want to come on and present your work. You got some videotape while you're down there. Videotape it and bring it back with you. Let's share in the experience and the joy of just watching the children and the teachers. The teachers are so proud of their children when they actually recite the poem and so forth like that, you know. And while you're there too, they probably do the different dances for you while you're down there and so forth like that. They just give you.
Um, yeah, this is a symposium though. So I
Yeah.
am not going as Miss Tanya Lou the performer. I'm now going as a workshop presenter
Wow.
on culture on Miss
Okay.
Lou. So as I said, the time
Yes.
to for me to present about TIJ might not be there. However, I
Yes.
will see them because it's an all day affair. So when my workshop is over,
Yeah.
before, because I'm also going to be on a panel as well talking about Miss Lou. When I see the teachers informally, I am
Yeah.
going to get a few of them and the students, and I am going to, yeah, if I can take out a video, have somebody video me talking to them, about This is Jamaica. And believe me, my goal is to get about 5 children to
Hmm.
register. I'm going to watch them. I'm going to show them on their
Hmm.
phones where to find things, and I'm going to let them promise that
Hmm.
they will. And the teachers are the ones too, because they will need their teacher or parent to help them how
Right.
to create the best video. Even though I believe Ngozi said that she had done her own video. Like some of them can do their own video based on their
Yes.
age and their talent.
Yes.
There's a couple of, yeah, you know what I mean? But I am looking forward to it because I'm presenting to about 60 children in this workshop on the power of words. You know how Miss Lou used words to empower. What
Mhm.
better way to tell them about the power of This is Jamaica words too? So I'm hoping to get a little platform to do that there, which I will. Me will find a way to do it.
Okay. Okay. Miss Ambassador Tanya, it was great having you. We're gonna go into our next section, which is the strength to breed. Okay, as
Yeah.
we speak about some other Peter Gracie's stuff right here on Jamaican Explosion. Always a pleasure to have you, and looking forward to having you back again. And also, the different things happening in Canada. You're still my linkage up in that area as far as Laje Luja now. He's going to be bringing me some information about things happening in Canada. It's always good to hear
Yeah.
from up north, up in the Canada area. So
There's a lot going on.
Yes,
Lot
yes,
going on for me and everything, and for
yes,
what I'm doing for my country and for my community. So we talk again. All
yeah.
the best with you're talking to Honorable Peter Grace, you know.
Not on this show right here, but probably in
Oh,
the future. But there's a section called
okay.
Strength to Breed. I still have Mr. KB and Brown doing that section coming up right next
Okay.
right here. Okay, very good. But
All
we'll talk,
right.
as we say, walk good. I
Well,
mean, uh,
take care. And
yes,
remember, this is Jamaica. This is my country, a son of this island, a daughter of this land. Fearless of fear, I stand in awe. Only love prevails, secured in God's hands. Bless you,
bless.
Ambassador Rob. Thanks for having me on your program. And we look forward to the fourth annual Peter Grace's This is Jamaica Poetry Scholarship Competition. Oh, deadline is going to be on for submissions November 3rd, 2024. Get those videos out, please. And finals would be December 8th, 2024. Okay?
Thank you, Miss Tanya, Ambassador. We're
Take
not
care.
this and blessings and walk good now. Okay, all right,
Well, good. Take care.
very
Bye
good.
bye.
Yes, indeed. There you go. You have it. Our little segment there on This is Jamaica. Ambassador Tanya Lou was able to come on with us and oh, she just had a wealth of information. She's so excited in her presentation about that this is Jamaica program, which is we all are, and we're looking forward to having more information here next week, more on the This is Jamaica scholarship program competition put forth by Mr. Peter Gracie. And here we go, going into our next section right here, the Strength to Breed. Coming up right here, I got my good friend from right here in the Metro Atlanta area, none other than Mr. Kavian Brown, and let's have him come on stage here. Okay, okay. All right, okay, all right.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, big man?
A little bit under the weather, but I'm here. I got on. I'm cold, so I have on my jacket. How are
Okay.
you?
So wow, great things are happening. Want to thank you again for the panel a couple of weeks ago. We had a lot of response from the panel, but it's still Suicide Prevention Month right here. So he's going to drop a little knowledge on us for the next 30 minutes or so, and then or 15 to 30 minutes, and it's always good when Mr. KBN come along because there's a wealth of knowledge that he shares with us. Okay, so KBN, what do we have in store this evening?
So I always try to make sure that whatever I present is relevant to the content of the show. So strength to breathe and keeping this as suicide prevention month. I'm going to share my screen a little bit and
Mhm.
just talk about habits that we create or don't create, and when do we experience burnout, and just being able to check in with ourselves so we don't feel like suicide is the answer. So
Okay,
what you should see, and I don't know if you can see it or not.
I see
Yes,
it.
so what you should see on the screen is a picture of a person underwater and it says, I feel fine. And a lot
Mhm.
of the times we are feeling fine, or what do we define as fine? We are
Mhm.
feeling fine, but we never really know how a person is. So I
Okay.
always encourage people to say, like, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm okay, I'm good. What's good about good, or what about you becomes fine? Because a lot of people don't expect you to do that follow up. And when you do that follow up, then it's just like, well, I'm not having a great day today, but I didn't expect you to ask that follow up. So
Mhm.
just trying to make sure that in lieu of suicide prevention month, and just being able to understand triggers and signs, that we don't just settle with I'm good, I'm fine, I'm okay. But when we hear things like that, well, what does that look like today? Because a lot of people will get stumped, and sometimes It's just automatic response. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm fine. Um, we talked about our ambassador who talked about poems, right? So one of the things that I want to be able to go over is this poem, right? This poem is something that I'm going to ask you guys to guess. I'm going to try to make sure I scroll down really good. But Pastor Rob, since you're the only person I can talk to, you're going to be my guinea pig, so to speak. So this is the, and if you are in TV land, please just go ahead and type if you get the answer. So this is the poem. I am your constant companion. I am your greatest helper or your heaviest burden. I will push you onward or drag you down to failure. I am completely at your command. Half of the things you do, you might as well turn over to me, and I will do them quickly and correctly. I am easily managed, but you must be firm with me. Show me exactly how you want something done, and after a few lessons, I will do it automatically. I'm the servant of great people, and alas, of all failures as well. Those who are great, I have made them great. Those who are failures, I have made failures. I am not a machine, though. I work with the precision of a machine, put with the precision of a machine, plus the intelligence of a person. You may run me for profit or run me for ruin. It makes no difference to me. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I will place the world at your feet. Be easy with me, and I will destroy you. Who am I, or what am I? What's your guess, Pastor Rob, or the audience?
Ooh.
Ooh. So I am your constant companion. I am your greatest helper, or your heaviest burden. So your greatest helper or your heaviest burden. I will push you onward or drag you down to failure. I am completely at your command. Half
Uh,
of the things you do, you might as well turn them over to me and I will do them quickly and correctly. Again, I'm easily managed, but you have to be firm with me. Show me exactly how you want something done, and after a few lessons, I'll do it automatically. I'm the servant of great people, and alas, of all failures as well. Those who are great, I've made them great. Those who are failures, I have made failures. I'm not a machine, though. I work with the precision of a machine plus the intelligence of a person. You can run me for profit or run me for ruin. It makes no difference to me. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I'll place the world at your feet. Be easy with me, and I will destroy you.
is it
Or what am I?
is it the
Is it a
mind?
mind? Very close, but not the answer, but very close. Go a little, go along that track. The mind is there. Woo, that's actually pretty sharp. What's your next guess? If you have any, anybody in the audience? What's your next guess?
I would
I
say
would say
again,
again,
psychic.
psyche.
Psychic.
Okay, so I will go with that and say you are close, but no cigar. Who am I or what am I? I am a habit.
Mm.
And this goes into self care as well as burnout. So, again, as a habit, I'm completely, as a habit, I am your constant companion because habits stay with you. Whether you brush teeth, don't brush teeth, whether you do something first in the morning, do something at the end of the night, whether you have thoughts, it becomes a habit. I am your greatest helper if it's positive, or I'm your heaviest burden if my habits are negative. I will push you onward like a good somebody who studies and have good habits. I will drag you down for failure, people who procrastinate. But I'm completely at your command. Half of the things you might as well turn them over to me and I will do them and I'll do them quickly and correctly, like breathing and brushing my teeth. I'm easily managed, but you must be firm with me. If I don't set it in my head to brush my teeth every day, there's nobody being firm. After a few lessons, I'll do it automatically. I'm the servant of great people, people who have great habits, people who are stingent on their habits, people who are structured, and alas, of all failures of well, people who can't seem to get it right, can't seem to lock down, buckle down, and be succinct. Those who are great, I have made them great. Those who are failures, I have made failures. And again, I'm not a machine because I work with the precision of a machine, meaning I can do it automatically, but I need the intelligence of a human to tell me what to do or what not to do. You can run me for a profit. All habits, if they're good habits, can definitely make some money. Or you can run me for ruin if I'm not structured on what I do. But it makes no difference to me. You can take me, train me, be firm with me. I'll place the world at your feet. But if you're easy with me, I'll destroy you. And just like those who have habits of drugs, alcohol, things that impede them, things that break them down, they're easy with them. They have no discipline, they have no structure. They let the habits control them rather than them controlling the habits. And for those who are controlled by habits and don't necessarily recognize self care to make sure self care becomes a habit and do not get controlled by negative thoughts, a lot of times suicide becomes the thought that comes up. Well, if I wasn't here, I don't have to deal with this. Well, I don't want to deal with this. Well, you know what? And after a while, that train of thinking, that rationale of thinking becomes my way out. If I don't have to feel the pain, I don't have to live the pain. If I don't have to live the pain, I don't have to constantly go through this. Be easy with me and I will destroy you. But if I'm firm with it, I'll take you to great places or not. So when we look at suicide and when we look at suicide prevention month,
Hmm.
suicide can be prevented by having just at least one good person to talk to, and if not one, then two. And when I say one good person or two to talk to, I mean, how are you doing today? I'm fine. What does that look like today? Because fine does not always mean I'm okay. And in this picture, it says, when I mean, can I zoom in on this? When I mean I am fine, today I have severe symptoms, but they're manageable. I'm not in a flare, but I'm still suffering. My head feels like it's above water today, but I'm still drowning. Don't confuse my definition of fine with yours. Ask somebody, what does that mean? Could save a life, it could save a person, and you could just be that person who actually makes the other person feel like somebody cares about me today, tomorrow, or even yesterday. So again, the strength to breathe. When we look at breathe, created acronyms for breathe. Breathe means that it's a strength to reflect your body, a strength to reflect, a strength to make sure that you have your emotions in check, and if they are out of whack, that you have the strength to check emotions. The A stands for the attention that we need to give ourselves to make sure that we are following habits good and noticing when habits are bad. The T is to make sure that we have tenderness with ourselves and make sure that we treat ourselves with a certain level of kindness. Because if we don't do it for ourselves, then who is going to do it for us? And the last H is habits. So once again, what does breathe mean? Breathe, body, reflections, emotions, attention, tenderness, and happy and habits. You have to respect your body. You have to reflect on what's going on. You have to center your emotions, control them, talk about them, share them. You have to bring attention to how you are feeling. Have to treat yourself with tenderness, aka be kind to yourself. And you have to make sure you watch your habits to make sure that you control them and that they don't control you.
Wow.
So when we say the strength to breathe, it means the strength to live, the strength to push past suicidal thoughts, the strength to push past our habits, the strength to reflect on our body, on our emotions, on our habits, and make sure we treat ourselves with kindness. Because if we don't, who will?
Wow. So yes. Wow. Wow, you just drop a heavy load on us this evening, there, brother Kabian, and you're absolutely right. Habits, and I believe we have the little poem that you demonstrated showed us what good quality habits can lead to, but then
Mhm.
there are habits that aren't good at all. Habits that we have to check him as as they develop.
Mhm.
Some habits we have to get rid of before they grow up uh, into just terrible situations. So I get it, but I never really even thought of habits in that way until you just broke them down to me today.
Yeah, and I think of habits like I said because a lot of things are triggers, right? So there's habits in relationships,
Mhm.
there's habits in persons and people, there's habits in how we go to work. Do we do something before we get there? Do we say hi? Do we say not? One of the things that they also talk about is habits. Like say we work, most people have a job, they go to a job, and we talk about burnout. When you get up to go to work, is the first thing you're thinking about, oh my gosh, not today, I don't want to go today. We
Mhm.
should make sure, and then when we talk about burnout, right? So we'll talk about burnout. We should make sure that the amount of fatigue or stress that we feel does not encroach into things. Like we should be able to separate a job from home, a home from a job, and make sure that we control our make sure we control our habits, right? So if you work from home, you have to make sure that you cut off work at 5 o'clock. So if that means disengaging from everything to make sure that you can be present for other things, because a lot of people, when they work at home, it's impossible to take work home with you because you are home. But
Right.
that time goes 48 hours, and we don't necessarily know how to break. And a lot of people feel burnout or self care because they become their job. They become, well, I am this, I've been doing this for 20 years, yada, yada, yada. And when the job and everything is gone, what do I do now? When we make sure we have habits and we make sure that we are in check with suicidal thoughts and we make sure we decrease burnout and check in on our self care, we have to make sure that in what we do, we have passion and we have some passion work. And make sure we have healthy habits. So that way, whenever we're feeling down or anything like that, we know what things pick us up. Like for me, church on Sundays, and I get more out of the worship songs and sometimes out of the scripture. So
Mhm.
if I make it to church and able to hear the songs, I'm good. Sometimes when I get it to church and I miss the worship, I'm like, man, I needed my morning tunes.
That's
So
good.
that becomes part of the habits and stuff like that. So know yourself, know what makes you tick, know yourself, know the things that bring you down, know yourself. Bring attention to your body, reflect, bring attention to your emotions, draw attention to them, treat yourself with tenderness, make sure you check your habits, both positive and negative, and those that are somewhat in between. And that is my spiel today on the strength to breathe and making sure that we are keeping suicide thoughts in front of us on the forefront and making sure that if you know anybody that is suicidal or if you yourself listening are suicidal, then you know the national text line and call 9. And that text line is 988 and it's an app. You can download it. I'll even see if I can pull it up. The suicide line, it's 988
Mhm.
and then the chat line is, yeah, suicide line. And all these stuff you can easily Google. But the suicide prevention line is 1-800 two
Mhm.
seven three talk or 8255. They also have an app, which is 988. And if you have any teens or an adult, this app is 24 hours. So if at 3 o'clock you get up and say, I don't even want to be here today, you have somebody that can answer you and definitely make sure that you are good, regardless of where you are. It's the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. So Georgia, Jamaica, I don't know about Jamaica, but Georgia, anywhere where you have Wi-Fi or something, you can get some type of crisis prevention. So there is no reason to say I'm by myself because even if you feel like you have no one to talk to, there's always somebody to talk to. 988 or 1-800-273-TALK. And if you need just resources, you can always go to the website suicidepreventionlifeline.org.
Wow.
Next time, go deeper and ask, what does fine mean? You'll be surprised that it's not always, I'm okay.
Mm. Wow. That's just some great information this evening. Thank you again, Kabian, for sharing that with us. Just enough for us to hold us to think about for until next week, next time you appear. That was heavy right there, and we need these little talks. Watch your habits now. Yeah. Are they good habits?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they just things that you just need to get out of your repertoire, so to speak? But yeah, thanks again, and I do appreciate it. Once again, Gracie Morgan, she's always listening in,
Yes.
and I guess she likes the strength to breathe. There's a lot of people that like the strength to breathe segment.
Mm.
And, we want to say a big shout outs to all those that came on the last show and represented with you and so forth. So you all keep doing the great job that you are, and I do want to commend you on just holding down the strength to breathe section of this program, and looking forward to what you'll have with us next. And okay, so thanks again, KB, and
Come October, I probably want to talk about the current events and just making sure when we check with mental health, we're checking our kids because now everybody's talking about the
oh,
Diddy thing and what that looks like. So just that. But as I close, I just want to tell everybody, remember thoughts are habits. Positive thoughts, negative thoughts, they're all habits. Check
mhm.
your thoughts, check your habits. make sure that you have the strength to breathe. Have a great night.
He says, check your thoughts, check your habits, make sure that you have the strength to breathe. I love that. I love that. I love that. Until next time, KBN, take it easy now. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Thanks for that little advice there. Okay. Of
All
course,
right.
Mr. KBN for you. Okay. Wow. All right. So this is Jamaica. This is a Jamaican Explosion, and Pastor Rob here with you on a Monday evening. Wow, nice title show for you this evening, and I hope you did enjoy all the great things that you heard. Mr. Lave Luja was aboard with us earlier this evening, speaking, telling us about his career in the music industry. And we just want to say to him again, thank you for stopping by to make an explosion this evening. Lavia Luja, singer songwriter and winner of the first GIF competition with the It Song Certified Yardie. Okay, wow. Well, where did the time go? It just seems like we just got started here, and it the time was already kind of ran off. Let me see here if I've got a little flyer of the information, some information that will be coming up at the Atlanta Jamaica Association. I know they're having a meeting this evening on the culture show that is upcoming, and the jazz on the lake, so at the lake, so to speak. So we're gonna have a little bit more information on that for you next week. Okay, let me get on the my phone here and bring up some information concerning that. Mhm. Just want to say a very special shout out to the crew that's actually in the meeting right now. I'm on the show on Monday evening, so I wasn't able to make the jazz at the lake meeting this evening, but we'll have all the updates on that for you next week. We'll probably have some folks that are able to come on and let me see if I could get it up here. Okay, so that's going to be taking place. Well, make sure we get it here. Make sure. Okay, I got an old one here. That's an old one right here. But let me try to get the one that will be taking place in October. A little bit more information for that one on you. Let me go to my culture. Uh, AJA Jazz. Okay, trying to pull it up here. Okay, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, all right. Yes, here's the information for the jazz on the jazz under the stars on the lake. Jazz under the stars on the lake. The date for that event is October 5th, 2024. That begins at 6 and it goes all the way to 10 p.m. at the Water's Edge Pavilion. Okay, and of course the address for that is 7115/B Waters Edge Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia 30087. Once again, that's Saturday, October 5th, 2024. And you definitely want to stay tuned as we'll be bringing you a lot more information on that. For more info on this, you will want to dial these numbers for a little bit more information on the jazz under the stars on the lake. It's 404-777-9593. Okay, 404-777-9593. October 5th, 2024, 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. at the Water's Edge Pavilion. Of course, you're in if you if you're attending this event, you bring your picnic baskets and folding chair, and we'll sit down. Complimentary wine served at the Jazz under the stars on the lake. And so you want to come out with your little picnic basket and folding chair, sit down and enjoy a beautiful evening with friends and family. The entry fee for this event is $45, $45, and once again, you could get more information about the Jazz Under the Stars on the Lake at 404 777 9593. Okay, very good. I have some more information on that coming at you next week. Get one of the folks that are chairing that committee to stop by here on Jamaican Explosion and kind of fill you in on that coming event that would be taking place in October. This coming weekend here, it is, of course, Mr. Mikey Sparkle will be having the Oliver Show will be coming to town, and I'm getting some information on that right now that we could put up here for you, so you will have an idea. I know it's at the Shiloh High School. There are two shows, one on Saturday evening, one on Sunday evening, and that's Oliver Samuels himself, the man, the myth, the legend, will be here in the Atlanta area, in the Gwinnett County area at Shiloh High School. And if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, I would suggest that you go ahead and you get them right now, because I'm pretty sure that they're going fast. I don't want you to miss this opportunity. I want you to be present at this event. Last year, it was quite a show. It was quite an evening. I believe Oliver wrote that play that was performed last year, and you could tell that Oliver wrote it because it was just so so funny, out of this world funny. And we'll have more information on that for you. So once again, just want to tell you a few things that you know about, a few things that are happening in the area. Shiloh High School, you definitely want to be there this weekend. Oliver Samuels, and we will make sure you get your tickets and get your tickets soon. Soon. Don't wait until the very last day, because the seats might be filled at that time. You want to go ahead and get them right now. Okay? All right. So this is once again Pastor Rob here, Jamaican Explosion. It has been my pleasure to be with you here this evening, and I hope you'll tune in next week. Tell a friend, couple of friends, tell them to tune in to Jamaican Explosion. We always got some good things going on here. Always got some good things going in store for you. So until next week, this is Pastor Rob saying, okay, let's take Mr. Lucia off. And it has been my pleasure to be with you this evening. And until next week, Pastor Rob saying, walk good from the Jamaican Explosion.